Hello, friends. Today I am very, very honored and privileged. I have a very, very renowned academician, a great educationalist, a person who needs no introduction, especially in the education world. Everyone knows him. Those who have been mentored by him, who have been taught by him, they swear by him. And I have personally, though of course I wasn't fortunate to be taught by him, but I've personally witnessed when I, in the year 2014, when I went to my alma mater, which tie and blazer I'm wearing right now, Florence School, Lovedale, who was the dean of academics of
Activities.
of activities. I'm so sorry, sir. Who was the dean of activities there at that time? And that time I had gone as the director to direct the founders play, and I spent a couple of months at Lawrence School, Lovedale. And that time I saw Hemant sir. We became very good friends. I mean, ma'am, his wife, Mrs. Rai, amazing teacher, very very popular. His son, Dikshant. In fact, I remember the role he had done in the play in the Fiddle on the Roof as Perchik, and Perchik was brilliant. But right now, let us come to the journey of Mr. Hemant Rai, and let's got to get to know from where he started and how he is where he is today, heading a renowned school of the country, doing extremely well, who started his education from military school, Belgaum. Belgaum, as we all know, is a commando center over there. बहुत ही मुश्किल जगह है. And my friend from the infantry who have done commandos, the moment I say Belgaum, oh God, they get the jitters. So anyway, let's come to Mr. Hemant Rai. Sir, Jai Hind, and thank you very much for sparing time, sir.
Good afternoon, Ali, and thank you so much for calling me, and thank you so much for talking so good about me. Thank you so much for this one. Uh,
Thank you.
I whenever I look at you, you always talk so proud, and you're so proud and talk about good about your institution, your school. And I still remember 2014 when we met, and you always tell, "Sir, if I'm whatever I'm today, it is because of the Lawrence School Lovedale." So I'm here also to say the same thing in a different way. I would say that if I'm here, it is because of my alma mater, my school, that is Military School Belgaum. Presently, it is called as Rashtriya Military School. One of the finest institution, I think, in the world, I would say. This school trains us to join defense forces. And, those days from class 6 to class 12, we dreamt, we thought, we ate only about joining the defense forces. It was the ambition of every cadet. So definitely, I also definitely wanted to join defense forces. Nevertheless, God wanted something else from me. A person from military school became a teacher. And it's a nice story, in fact. Like, I never wanted to be a teacher. A person from military school who always thought of having stars on the shoulder would never think of becoming a teacher. After a couple of time, I did well in my I would say examination part. But when it comes to SSB, since you are a military person, you know what is SSB. I was not considered. Felt very bad, and came back home to Darjeeling and joined a school, a small school initially, unwillingly. In fact, one of my cousin sister told me, join that school, there is a vacancy. I told, okay, fine, let me join the school for a while. Again, and then I thought, till that time, I need to prepare again to defense, to join defense in AEC. That is what I was told to my friend, that if you cannot join, the CDS, if you're not able to do it, make it, then do it through AEC, something like that. When I joined school, you know, that is where the transformation took place. There are a lot of change in me. When I joined school, in fact, I know very well that I was not a good orator, or I was not good at teaching. I was not very good at teaching, but I think I could understand children. you know. And the students, they loved me so much. They gave me so much of love than I never thought of, any other profession than teaching. That's how, I started teaching with my heart and soul. And today I'm here in front of you as a principal. This is a
That
little story.
Wow, wow. I mean, you mentioned you were not a good orator, you were not good at teaching. You felt so, at least that time. But I
Yes.
have personally seen it. I've seen your popularity. I've seen, and you said the children loved you because you love them. You love them, so
Yeah.
your love is reciprocated. And of course, the children, oh, they were, I can't tell you the pass out. In fact, my nephew, who was the head boy of Lawrence School, Lovedale, the batch of 2017, he's been taught by you, sir, and he or his batchmates, they all talk very, very highly of you. They are really floored by you. So now the same boy, little boy who was rejected by SSB, who wanted to join the army, who came from a military school, who did NCC, who went on for teaching, started with a small school, today is sitting as a principal of one of the leading schools of the
Definitely.
country. We will come to that as well, ladies and gentlemen. So when you got your first job, so how did it begin? Like, you had done your B.Ed by then, or what had you done? And what were you teaching at that time, sir?
No, I had just completed my master's in history. I was asked to teach geography, in fact. Maybe the principal that time wanted a geography teacher. So I taught geography. And while teaching geography, I still remember, the first day when I went to class 10, and I just stood and I just told that my name is Hemant Rai and I'm here to teach you geography. And beyond that, I could not speak. My body was shivering, my legs were shaking, you know, and a whole lot of students in front of it, 30, 40 students were there. I just told, I'm sorry, I cannot teach. This is a fact. You will not believe. I still remember, thanks to those, my, I would say thanks to my student that of that time, they told me, sir, you sit down, okay, and you teach. Don't stand and teach. You sit and teach. And I sat on a chair, okay, and I just told them whatever I could tell them. That's how the you know the classroom way started. That's how I started my career. But in a course of time, I think maybe it took another 6 or 7 months for me to able to stand in front of them and teach. I think I would have been thrown away by my principal. But I think I could understand children. And I think it's because I had been in a residential school. I had always been in residential school. I could understand, I could connect to them. I could talk to them so much. I could talk to them about so many things, except for the teaching part, except for the teaching of geography or history. And children would love to listen to me. They would love to listen to my stories about my school days, about me playing football, or me as a boxer in my school days. And slowly, that's how, I started gaining, I would say, confidence to stand in presence of children and started talking. I whenever I think about, I really do not know whether I'm a successful principal or not, but I always think that if I am success, we do not know, the parameters of success. I really do not know. But if I am a successful principal, I always give credit to my students also. Of course, your parents are there, your school, your principals, and your elders. So many things are there. But for me, it's also the student have played a tremendous part in, I would say, in me growing as a, I would say, as a good teacher. I would really connect to the children very, very well. I still remember when I was in Lawrence School, Lovedale, we used to have, I wouldn't say that, notorious children. I wouldn't say like that. It's not nice to talk about, saying that they were notorious. But the children were I would say they were very open in the sense that they were ready to talk to you very clear. There was a lot of questioning, they'll question you something which you never thought, hey, how can you question me? I'm a teacher, you're not supposed to question. But Lovedale children, no, they'll question you. You know, I mean, I really, initially, I was little hesitant. I was just thinking, oh, what is this? But in the course of time, I felt that, oh, right, yeah, this is the school where the school allows the children to speak, to question anybody. And I started listening to their question and listening, and I started answering. Of course, we did have the answer to the question. I think listening became a very nice thing for me, since I was able to listen to their queries and their questions. I think children did like me for that purpose also. Not because I was a great history teacher in Lawrence School, Lovedale, but I still remember I did it 10 years ago, I think, or maybe 8 or 9 years ago. I did get a letter of appreciation from the then principal of Lovedale, saying that I've been a very good teacher. I'm so happy. This is related to academics. My children did extremely well. In Lawrence School, Lovedale, I was teaching history, and I still feel that I'm not a good history teacher, to tell you frankly. Okay, but then the children were smart. They did so well. Everyone got more than, I think, 89 or 90%. The average was more than 90. So, you know, finally, I got a nice letter of appreciation from the principal in presence of everyone. I just thought, oh, it's Hemant. I think it's not you, it's the children. The children who are very, very smart. Okay, they have worked really hard. I really do not know how much work I put in over there, but then that is what. So it's children. Children have been always, I would say, I have loved children. I still like it. Today, you will not believe, I am a principal of all girls school. My some of my colleagues, some of my friends keeps on telling, you are a principal of a girls school. How do you manage to do? How do you handle them? I see it's very simple. I need to listen to them. If I listen to them, it's easier to handle. My door is always open for the student to come. They come, they knock the door and say, sir, can we talk to you? Come, sit over here. What do you want to talk about? So I think I learned art of listening from Lovedale. Lovedale had been always, I would say, it's a place where I have really learned a lot. As I've been always telling, may not be a good history or a geography teacher. It has taught me to be a good human being. Okay, this is the place. It's a place where I'm talking with Lovedale because I know you love Lovedale. You only talk about Lawrence School, Lovedale. So of course, I should be also talking about
Obsessed.
Lawrence School,
I'm
Lovedale.
obsessed with it, sir.
It's a place where my children, my two sons grew over there. Okay, today they have been doing well because of Lovedale. It's a place I have really learned. I've learned relations over there, relationship. I had a lovely colleagues over there. I had the finest principals, who gave me lot of opportunity to grow. I'm telling you, Lawrence School, Lovedale is it's a factory of leaders. Leaders is not relate to the student, even the teachers also. If I am a good leader, if not so good leader or good leader, it is also because of Lawrence School, Lovedale. I'm sure you'll be happy to hear about Lovedale. I shouldn't be
Very happy,
saying,
sir.
I shouldn't be saying no for that one. Definitely. You know.
Very happy, sir. But I love the way how you, in a very sophisticated manner, you use the word not notorious, but because I know I was a very notorious character in school. In fact, my teachers
Okay.
still remember me, oh, Muhammad Ali Shah, that notorious
Okay.
character.
No. See, the
Yeah.
question is that, I felt when I joined Lawrence School Love till 2005, when I joined, the children, uh, they want question. They don't want to listen to you. They want only to question you. They got so many queries, thousands and hundreds of questions. Sir, what is that? What is this? Why not here? What did you do? What do you play? You look like this. I just felt for a while, what is the children? They not allow me to teach. They only want to talk. In the course of time, I say, okay, fine, yeah. They can't keep on asking questions throughout. No, it was only for a while only. It's okay. Question me, no problem. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. How many days are you going to question? After some time, you need to listen. That's what I'm talking about. And it has really made me, as I've told you, a good listener. And today I feel I'm a good listener. I listen to children first. And don't keep on telling me, no problem. Okay, or go on and on. Okay, fine. Your questions, words are over, and let me start now. Good. I'm happy for that one. And children are also happy. Ali, children, they're also fed up saying that you go to classroom, teachers keeps on talking. You need to be a listener. You go anywhere, the principal talks. You go home, the parent talks. And no one listens to us, they say. Someone has to listen to us also. हमें भी बोलने दो. So allow them to speak. Allow them to question. काम खत्म. Easy to handle a girls' school. Today, I feel very proud that I'm handling hundreds of girls over here. मजे में, I'm telling you. No problem at all. कोई
So
problem
that
नहीं.
reminds me, with the fondness you talk about children, it reminds me of this poem by Khalil Gibran, very famous poem called The Children. And I had learned it again in school only. Let me see if I still remember the lines. It's something like, your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life longing for itself. They come through you, but
Absolutely.
not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their
Absolutely.
bodies, but not their souls, for their souls belong. They dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. It's an amazing poem by Khalil Gibran, sir, and how you fondly you talk about children. And there's something
Definitely,
I
definitely.
could really connect with when you said, firstly, you were very modest, and it's your humility to say you were not sure whether you were a good teacher and that, but you love children. Sir, let me assure you, the children, they swear by your teaching. They haven't, the way you would explain things. I know for a fact, I know a lot of children personally who tell me, so the way Hemant sir explains, and that is your greatness. In fact, you are very humble about it. And as a human being, of course, everyone can connect. There's a child of yours, there's a student of yours who's calling you, who's watching us live right now, who's calling you to compliment you, to tell you that you are a great teacher. So, and also, so my theory is, I felt slow learners often are very good teachers. And I used to be a boy who would stammer, stutter, lisp, and I was a very bad speaker. In fact, when in class seventh in our large hall, in Lovedale Large Hall, I forgot my lines when I went up on stage, and I was so embarrassed. And when you were saying that, your hands were shivering, your body was shaking, I could so relate to that. So tell us, after you, how many years were you in this school in Darjeeling, and your journey thereafter into academics? We will come to it from where you are today, but from that school, where did you go, sir?
See, that's a small school. I was there for almost 2 years. After that, I got into I would say a very old Anglo-Indian school, okay, in Darjeeling only. And I was there for another 4 years. A beautiful school, a Christian missionary school. And again, when you go to a new school, an old school,
What
there are
was
a
the
lot
name,
of
sir? What was the
learning
name?
takes. This is called as Mount Hermon School, very renowned
Arey,
school.
sir, Shanta
Yeah.
Mathai, ma'am.
Yes, 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 yes. The Santa Matai was
SM,
Mount Hermon. Yes.
of course, what a
So,
small world, yeah. Was
yeah.
SM there during your time?
No, she wasn't. She's much
She
senior,
wasn't.
much senior. So
Okay.
I worked there, and again,
Was her senior for, but was she like, did you cross paths with her at all? No.
no, I met her in Lovedale. In fact, when I was in Lovedale, she had come to visit
Well,
Lovedale, and
she
I
came for
just
my
told her
play.
that,
She came,
hmm,
nice of her. She came from Kerala for my play. I told her,
yeah.
ma'am, I'm directing the play. You got to come. So she came all the way from Kerala to watch Fiddle on the Roof, and very, very sweet. That's the
Oh,
time you must
oh,
have
is
met her,
that so?
perhaps.
No, I must have met her
Yes,
that time.
yes,
I don't remember.
yes, yes. She
I
taught
must
us
have
English.
definitely. Yeah.
She taught us English. One of our favorite teachers, in fact. very stylish, very classy, and what poise, what sophistication, what class. So of course, Mrs. Matai taught us English, and I told her, ma'am, you have to come. Your student is directing the play, and you know about my passion of for theater right from school days, and it was very sweet of her. She did come. So,
So, when I was in the first school, and at the same time, I was just thinking now, I have never applied for any school. They have called me. I'm telling you the fact, live in presence of you. When I was at school, I was told by one of my friend that there's a vacancy of a history teacher in Mount Hermon. So I told, what should I do then? He said, okay, you don't worry. Someone will call you. So some gentleman will call me and told me that there's a vacancy. Would like to join? Definitely. It's a very old, good school. There'll be a lot of learning experience. My children in the previous school, they all cried. I still have the diaries that they have written. Today also I have it with me. I really don't know how many years ago. So I'm talking about 1995, 96 when I left that school. I joined over here. I just told them one thing, and I have been telling the same thing that look, uh, I'm just changing the school, but I'm not changing the profession. I'm a teacher. I'm going to be a teacher throughout. It's just a school only. That's what I keep on telling. Today also I keep on telling you, you've been changing so many schools. No, of course I've changed the school. Profession remains same. You know, and my love for my children will be same only. It's better, why to be in one school? Go to the different school. They also deserve your love. You deserve their love also. ये सब प्यार का खेल है, Ali. It's like that. So I was in Mount Hermon, and again while in Mount Hermon for 3 or 4 years, one of a brother, in fact, a Christian brother, who was a very good friend of mine, he told me, Raisa, there is a school, there's a beautiful school coming up in a place called Siliguri. बहुत बढ़िया है, 100 acres of land, beautiful campus. They are searching for good teachers from good school. You must come. Ab sun lo. So once I happened to go to Siliguri, then I went over there, met the principal. The principal told me, why don't you join our school? I told him, is that so? I joined that school. So I landed in a school called as Himalayan Academy. I
of
was there
course,
for
that's a very
almost,
good school.
yes, very
So,
beautiful school. I was
because
there for almost 5 years.
my, my father was posted in Bengdubi, sir, when he was a major general that time. So we used to go to
Oh,
Siliguri very often, and from there we went. Yes, we used to go to Darjeeling, Merrick, that entire route.
oh yeah,
Entire belt. I'm very familiar with that, sir.
that's beautiful place. Oh, that's good, good. So in this school, I was there for another 5 years. Then again, again, it's a different story related to Lovedale. You must think again, how I landed in Lovedale now. It's not that again, I had applied to Lovedale. Again, a friend of mine who was in Lovedale told me that, there is a vacancy of a history teacher in Lovedale. So I told, what should I do? Lovedale is in South India. What should I do? It's too far also. I'm fine. But then, yeah, in Lovedale. I knew it. Everyone knows Lawrence School Lovedale. Not to deny the fact. I told, what should I do? No, no, I'll talk to the principal, isn't it? You'll be called for an interview. If it is like that, definitely. Because coming all the way from Siliguri to Lovedale for an interview, and if they say no, it's going to be very difficult for me. Those days I'm talking about. Traveling by train and all, it's quite difficult. The principal told him, call him. And the reason I'll tell you, I was called, okay, I was there in an interview. You will not believe, I was not asked anything else. I was told, Hemant, you are from military school. You're a residential school product. Lovedale is for you. Ek line, can you believe? That is what he told me. Okay, and Mr. Harswal, that was the principal. Few months ago, in fact, Mr. Harswal was in my office here. Okay, he wanted to. Yeah. So I called him. He was here, and I just told him, sir, my interview, I really do not know, You have just asked, not even asked me, you told me that there was only one sentence from your side, that you are from military school, Belgaum, you are a military school product, okay, you'll fit in. And you took me. You was telling, bus, aisa hi hai. I just thank him. Lovedale, joined Lovedale, okay, and residential school. I had been in residential school as a student, connect. I could really connect to children very, very well. Within 2 or 3 months in Lovedale, I was called and I was told, you're going to be the housemaster prep school. I mean, oh, housemaster. Yes, why not? Enjoyed a lot as a housemaster prep school for another, I think, 2 or 3 years. Okay. Again, be with the children, play with the children, sleep with the children. It's nice. I used to feel so happy. I used to quietly go inside the dorm, sleep. Very funny thing. Sometimes my wife is telling you, what are you doing? There's a different maja, You'll not understand. I'm from residency school. Get inside there and sleep. This reminds me of, when I became the housemaster of senior school later, much later on. Sometimes I used to go and sleep inside the bed. Children would not know that there is someone over here. And they would talk all nonsense here and there, and I was there. And I said, oh, sir, you are here. It's like
Oh God,
lot
that's
of fun
amazing.
about
That's
it.
amazing. Amazing, sir.
Yeah, some of the finest student, very close to my heart, are from Lovedale. They are connected to me today also. I really love them. I really love them. Some children were very notorious, not so-called notorious by other teacher, but for me they were gem. I was telling them, okay, no problem. They tell you notorious. For me, you are the best. We used to enjoy a lot. We did a lot of things in Lovedale. I had a good memory. More than a decade, I was there in Lovedale. बहुत मजे किया है, Ali, I'm telling you. बहुत मजा किया, बहुत मजा किया. Enjoyed. I really do
The
telling you.
power that
Enjoyed.
Lovedale has, the first glance of the building itself, the structure, the clock
Yeah.
tower, oof,
Oh,
it gives you goosebumps. It's something else. It's magical.
they say it's home away from home. For children, I say home away from home for teachers, dear. ये बच्चों के लिए तो है definitely for children. It's for teachers. A person coming from Darjeeling, and a person coming from Punjab and all, you get into Lovedale and you become a part of Lovedale. Right? Wow, lovely. They look after you well, isn't it? Good. Infrastructure is good. Weather is so beautiful over there. Forest. What else you want here? Heaven. This is what is Lovedale. I never get tired of talking so good about Lovedale. अच्छा लगता है. I really feel really good. And I tell them,
Great, sir.
I tell my teachers here also, one of the finest institution.
Of course, of course.
So
I
यही है,
just want couple
then
of months back in September I was there, sir. September I went there. Incidentally, 5th September, Teachers' Day. I
yeah.
was there at Lovedale. On
Oh,
14th November, Children's Day, once again I was at Lovedale.
that's nice.
Sir. And
They
I'm
would
going
love.
again.
You must. They love, they love their, old students, old Laurentian. I think that's a nice thing. Even here also, my old student in my school, they come. They they tell me, sir, I'm so and so, batch of so and so. I would like to come to school, and what is the procedure? And I said, what do you mean by procedure? You are a student. You come inside here. You just tell the gate that you are from this student. Come and just directly come to my office. We sit together. We'll spend couple of hours and have lunch and tea and niklo if you want. Yeah, children, मजे आते हैं. That's good.
True, sir. Or kya
That's
chahiye?
nice.
Any alumni wants that only. I mean, that the alma mater should
Definitely.
welcome them, and that's about it. I mean, that's all
That-
that they
It's for
desire.
everybody, dear. See, it's not only for Lovedale. Even me also, when I went to my school, ऐसा ही चला गया. We went inside. अरे. And imagine a person, I'm today 53, 3 years ago when I gone to my school, I was 50. 50 साल का बद्दा, where did we go? Me and my friend, we went inside the room, palang mein. We were sleeping. Come on, yeah. Good. No one told us not to do so. We just want a fraction of happiness for a while. Just want to live the life that we did. I know it's wrong. I really do not know whether it's wrong or right, to get inside the cadets, dorm or the room and get inside the bed and sleep. I really do not know what is right and wrong, but I felt very good. And while going, I thanked the principal. Thank you, sir. We did these all things. And okay, okay, no problem. It's okay, I think.
So that reminded me, when I was an officer as a young lieutenant, we used to go out for patrolling on the Jammu Kashmir and the on the Indo-Pak
Hmm.
border. So as the officer, we would remove our stars from our shoulders, so to
Yeah,
um, because if the enemy sitting on the sniper on top, he would not be able to recognize who the officer is. And many times I would go to the langar and have a meal with them, with the troops, without my stars. So if
that's good.
it is of a different battalion, I would go in without my star. So obviously they would not salute, they would not know me, they wouldn't recognize me. And I could hear all the langar gup, all the gossip about, अरे वो
That's
साहब बड़े
nice.
अच्छे हैं, वो साहब ने छुट्टी दी, वो साहब गरम पानी
Great,
सर्फ है,
great.
गरम खाना. So that's something you mix with them. That's something, again,
Absolutely
again
right.
is, my father always says, as a general officer, he would say, know your men better than their own mothers and care for them even more. Very difficult task to do, and that's, I would attribute that to you. That is the way to go about it. So that's amazing. So tell us a bit about your children. Both of them, they went to Lovedale. How did Lovedale influence in shaping up their lives, sir?
See, again, I really do not know the meaning of success. Success is money, or success is, the job that you have presently. I have no idea. But I feel that both of my sons are successful because they are happiest. They feel so proud to be Lawrencian. They feel so happy that they have been in Lawrence School of Dale. They feel very happy they have learned over there. They feel very happy that they are the finest teacher. They feel very happy that they played all the games in sports, dance, drama, music. That is success. I tell them, you are the most successful student from my side.
Sir. And sir, of course, I have I fondly remember Dikshant, in fact, when we were auditioning for Fiddle on the Roof, and we had a vacancy for a number, I've forgotten, about say 30 actors, but there were about 100 students who lined up for the audition. And I was like, okay, fine, this shows your interest. I promise you one thing, I will accommodate all 100 of you in the play. So they're like, but sir,
I
there's
know.
vacancy for 30 actors. I said, no, every single actor would be accommodated. And the first day, I took them to Middle Flats to play a football match, and where they would pass the ball after the audition was over, not to Dikshant, but to Perchik, not to
Right.
Ayan, but to Tevi. So in that way, they would pass the ball to the character, and we had a great time. We had a great time, and I would make him stand on the balcony of the play and shout from there. Okay, you have a difficulty in speaking loudly and having that stage fright. Go up and shout the line from there. Why do you not like them? What have they done? That line of his, I remember the play. That really,
No,
whenever we get,
see, I remember, that's one of the finest way of teaching, anybody. I think I really, you may not be knowing, I never told you also. I was dean at the time, and I was supposed to be looking into all these matters, and what you were doing, I was looking at, and I was thinking, fine, Dad, he's got a different way of teaching. बंदा अलग स्टाइल का है, taking them to the ground and making them shout and calling them by name, not by their original name, but by this name. I know very, very well. And you have taken whole student. My God, 200 students on stage, and a dog also you train. I remember that one. you know, good. That's really nice. And I think I really like that Fiddler on the Roof at that. Not just because my son was over there, but it's not only the stage program, but the way you interacted with people, the way you mingle with the people. That connectivity was something which I wanted to see from you, which I was always launching from people. This is what I always want. you know you teach them. You can be a good director, you know that's fine, but how well you are connected to your people or the student. I saw you, you know and then I felt, "Okay, this chap is, though young, but still you had that, I would say, that charisma in you. Good. In fact, you'll not believe, after that one, after the play, my son, in fact, really came up. My younger son, I remember he had never been on stage. He may have got a little smaller part. I really do not know. Though he sings and plays guitar, but on stage like that, and he did really well. And after that, I could see a lot of change in him. And it's a nice incident. When I was talking to him, that when he got his first job in Amazon, okay, and he was telling, Papa, do you know how many people were there? I really do not know. You must tell. Around 70, 80, 100 people were there, and out of them, only 7 were taken. And he was telling, they took me, not because he feels that way, not because he did not have great, I would say, I really do not, 90, 80%. It's not like that. Because he was able to speak well. He was able to connect well to the people. They had group discussion. He was able to discuss with them. So he was telling me, Papa, this is important. This is what I felt, that one. It's not the marks that you carry. Definitely, that also is important. But it says that beside that, they also want it. That how much I know other than that one. And when you have a group discussion, when you have they were given some papers and he could give a speech, and he was able to do so. He's saying it's all happened because of Lovedale. School makes them, I think.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Sir, so the assignment you're holding right now, you came here after Lovedale, sir?
No, no. After love, yeah. Another again now. See what happened. I was
Sorry,
in
आप
Lawrence
ऊटी में
School.
थे, आप ऊटी, you were in Ooty
मैं
after
तो
that,
OT में
after
था,
that.
yeah. I was in OT only, and I just thought, you know, आराम से था. And I was a dean. I had already become a house master over there, senior house master. Well, children, knew me very, very well. Things were going on well. And finally, one fine day, someone tells me there is a vacancy of a principal in the neighboring school. Why don't you join? मैं बोला, "अरे, that's what I'm telling you. See, I've never done myself. I'm like, "अरे, should I?" I'm like, no, yeah. आप ही हो. You must. One of my good friend told me. Somehow he came to know. And what should I do? Well, don't do anything. Give me your resume to me. I'm going to hand it over. So he took my resume. Somehow we made a resume. I had never made a resume before. Banake, we gave it to him. I was called and taken. Okay, and taken. I said, fine. Then the headmistress, Sangeeta Chima, I told ma'am that, madam, I want to, I'm joining in this school. So, very well. There's a nice incident over here, which I won't tell you. Once, what happened, like everybody, I could see a few couple of my friends, colleagues had become principal. I was just thinking I should become or not. So everyone wants to be a principal. So for the first time, I had sent an application. In fact, I'm telling you. So then I was called to be a vice principal that school, a very big organization, vice principal in Gujarat.
Sir,
I went directly to the principal, the headmistress. I told, ma'am, I got an opportunity. This I would like to join. Yes, Hemant, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down. No, you're not going to live Lovedale. You're going to be here only. Okay. Like, yeah, ma'am, but no, no, no. You stay here only. You're going to learn more. You're going to be much better. Okay. And you'll do well. Now you don't go. I'm telling you. I just felt, oh my Lord, this principal wants to make me work here more as a dean, I was a little upset for a while, tell you frankly. What is this principal? Come on here. Anyway, I did not. I listened to her, I did not go. After a few years, when I got this principal saying, go ahead. You are fit. Now I could see that you're able to handle well. Good leaders, they can think. I feel that she is a good leader. When I went for the first time, she said, no, maybe she must have thought that I'm not yet prepared. Getting an opportunity is fine, but whether you are prepared The leader can see you. I may have enthu, but am I really prepared inside? I really do not know. She must have seen that I'm not yet prepared. I need more seasoning. After a year or so, or 2 years, I think. So when I got, go ahead. I went and joined a school called as Woodside School in Ooty. Did extremely well over there. Okay, numbers boomed in that school. There was some problem with the numbers, it boomed. I really do not know. Grace of God, I think. But one thing I have learned, I had already learned in Lovedale also, but I started implementing is that, of course, we need to be nicer to everyone else. Is nothing to say. You need to be nice. Be nice to the parent. Be good to children. I think things are happening. So when I went to Woodside School, my connectivity with parents were very, very good. They really loved me. I would say I always use this word love. They really loved me. I really loved them, and the parents started liking whole Ooty. They started liking me, and a lot of numbers. Mr. Rise over there. That's how it came. Again, I was there for another 2.5 years. Now, again, you must be thinking that the sir keeps on changing. I have not. There was a vacancy of a principal in the neighboring school called as JSS International School. It's an international school where they have got IGCSE as a board. They were in search of a principal. Someone told me, same thing happened. I was called by the director, gave me a call, Mr. Rai, so and so, and yes, and yes. Send your resume. Okay. I send my resume and look, okay, I have interviewed you. I'm happy with you, but you come to the final, for the final round with some more heads over there. We went over there and it just took me, I think there were around 30, 40 candidates were there. Some known also, some unknown. They called me inside and simple, no big questions as such, no difficult questions. I do not know, God grace. Simple questions were asked, and I had a simple answer. It will come, join. I joined because I had never been to an international school, IGCSE. Different learning takes place. I learned. We had a student from Thailand and Malaysia and so on and on. Good. It was a nice place. And after that comes over here. Now again, this is another story. I finished my lunch once, in JSS, going on well. It was very nice. We were doing very, very good. Children were happy. Everything's going. I was just having my lunch. I got a call. I hope my management should not think what's happening. And I got a call saying that, Mr. Rai, are you interested in relocating? Who's this man? To North India. You'll not believe we are from the Birla school. I told, no, madam. Fine. After some time, my wife told me, come on, why do you say no and all? Something opportunity is coming to you. You can't say no like that. You can't be, you have been quite rude in that. I gave a call again. I'm sorry, madam, this and this, where is it? And say, okay, it's here in the hills, not. I told, fine. And come for the interview. The Billas are very fast, I'm telling you. They're very fast. If they like you, it just takes few minutes. they'll send helicopter. I'm just telling you, in your place and pick you up. They're so fast. They're, okay, I had a call today. Tomorrow I had a ticket from there to Calcutta. And third day I was in Calcutta. Morning, it just took. One of the finest interview I had over there. My interview was over a cup of coffee. Can you believe, Ali? What an interview. I was just having coffee. I finished the coffee. My interview is over. I just told my boss, the management, Madam, ladies were there. Madam, interview over. Oh, thank you so much. It's over. This is what is interview. My Lord, is this an interview? My Lord, of course, this is an interview. I thought, thank God. No, the good people. That's how I landed over here, Ali. And it's been a great journey. And I always thank God for that one. That, as I've been always telling, I really do not know today also. I may not be I really do not know, great, forget of great. I may not be a very good teacher in the sense teaching geography because I teach geography and history. I think I'm a good human being. That's why I feel like that. I can
So, what
connect
an
with my girls.
amazing journey! What an incredible journey, you know. And again, I'll tell you, when I was in Delhi after my short service stint from the army, I was at IIM Calcutta, did my management. I was working in Delhi with a company, the company called Rolta Thales Limited. I had finished about 4 years with them. And that day at the Defense Expo in Pragati Maidan, Anand Mahindra was there with his stall of Mahindra and Mahindra, and I was wearing the same. I take very, I'm very proud of wearing this tie all the time. That's an old school tie, in fact. And Anand Mahindra was there. He recognized this tie, and Anand Mahindra just picked me up straight away. He said, and from the next day, I joined Mahindra and Mahindra. I worked with Mahindras after that, and Brigadier Kutub Hai, the managing director of the
Okay.
vertical that of Mahindra Defense Systems, of I was reporting to him, and it was that is the beauty of, and especially you have lived all your life in hill stations, be it Darjeeling, be it in Siliguri, it was partly hills, be it Ooty,
OT.
be it now you're in
Absolutely.
Ranikhet, if I'm not mistaken, sir.
Yes, yes. Raniket.
Be it there. I mean, it is really really amazing, and what a journey. So as we were speaking, I don't know if I must tell you, but I must tell this to you. What was coming to my mind was Lawrence School Lovedale right now, currently, I don't know if you're aware or not, is looking for a new headmaster, headmistress right now because Mr. Prabhakar Nair's tenure, he would be retiring sometime in a couple of months, and they are in search for a new headmaster. You have not applied, but I'm sure the alumni would have reached out because I saw a lot of buzz in the Lawrence School community about, you know, I put up a status. In fact, I tweeted it and I put up a Facebook status as well. And I personally feel, I don't know what your opinion on this is, but I personally feel you are the right fit, tailor made for that. That is what I would feel. I'm sorry to embarrass you, but I would like to know what you would feel on that, sir.
See, to tell you frankly, I've never thought about it. Really, I'm telling you. Uh, People start thinking when you want something. I feel that I'm really happy over here. Okay, this institution is looking after me very, very well. I'm happy with my students over here, and it has. I really do know. In fact, surprisingly, I had been getting, calls from my students saying that, sir, do you know there's a vacancy? I'm like, yes, yes, yes. Then, uh, are you going to apply? I'm like, come on, yeah, you know. But then children, few students, in fact, gave me a call for that one. I have not thought about it at all. Really, I have not thought. you know, it's been
It's
almost,
a
I really
heavy
do know,
buzz
9 years.
in the alumni community. Heavy buzz about your name, that which is just doing the rounds. Really, there's a heavy buzz over there, sir.
I think my students, they love me. I mean, that's what I feel like that because I love them. See, there's something like that. I love them. And definitely, when you love someone else, you get the same response. They do love me. It will never that I love you and you hate me. It doesn't work together. It doesn't happen also. So my children, I know that they have always loved me and they keep on loving me. That's what.
So, and our history teacher, in fact, in our school, that time Mr. Dev Lahiri was the headmaster. He was also incidentally, a history teacher. His wife, Mrs. Indrani Lahiri, she's in Dehradun right now, and we are very much in touch. She was one of our favorite teachers, a history teacher. The way she would explain, and history is something which it's story format. It becomes very interesting, and you learn. You like, "Acha, aisa hua." And the way she would describe it like a story, we could actually hear like Battle of Panipat, Battle of Buxar. The way she would describe, we could see the horses running, we could see the elephants, we could see the sword fight, we could see it actually happen before our eyes. So when we would write a history paper answer, we would imagine the movie. Okay, so and so this year this happened, and that's how it would happen. And since I told you so, I just came from a reunion, and an
Okay.
ode to all your students and to your school days, because you have been in a boarding school, and I would call you a boarding school expert, someone having grown in a boarding school and
Yeah.
having spent all his time in a hill. So there's a small quote. A WhatsApp message came recently, and it's read something like this: the topper of the class is a happy homemaker, the backbencher of the lot is a well-known and a respected fashion designer. The often ignored Joe turned into a well known writer, and the boy who often stood outside the class is a respected army officer. The fiery fashionista became a dreaded lawyer. The reunion taught me how people come with different layers and how we should never judge a book by its cover, because each child out there has a different success story. And
That's good.
so, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Sir,
That's
it's
really good.
been such a pleasure being in conversation with you, sir. And thank you very much for giving me the honor of speaking to you. And as you said, sir, you have never applied anywhere. You've never this thing. That's my intuition. I don't know. That's my intuition. My gut feeling says, because and there's some logic behind that gut feeling as well, because I am in touch with the alumni groups, and there's heavy buzz of you, and I think our alma mater will be very lucky if we have a custodian like you holding the reins of Lawrence School of
My
Sir.
God, my God. Anyway,
Thank you
see,
very
Ali,
much, sir.
thank you.
Any last message you would like to give out in the universe through this medium, sir, if you wish to?
To everybody, I always tell that you can't be happy when you see others unhappy. So that's what I have started doing, that make others happy and be happy. That's the
Very well said, sir. Very well
yeah.
said. Thank you very much, sir. Wish you a
Thank
good
you.
day. My regards to ma'am, and love to Perchik, sir. My special
Okay,
and my
okay.
favorite Perchik.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you, Ali. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
And
sir.
God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Jai Hind, sir.
Thank you so much.
Jai Hind and never give in. That's our
Yeah,
school
yeah,
motto.
that's it. Never give in. Absolutely. That's a lovely, lovely motto of Lovedale. Yes.
Sir, just ending this
Goodbye. Take
broadcast.
care.
Just I'm just ending the broadcast, the live.